WGN Investigates has an update on dysfunction in Dalton, where local leaders are fighting over transparency, spending, and safety. Now the South Suburbs' controversial mayor is firing back, and it all played out at a public meeting last night.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work.
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a crusader, but one who's clearly annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
WGN Investigates has cataloged tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on trips, meals, and more by Tiffany Henyard and her allies in Dalton and on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor. Township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Many of the flights were first class. So were the accommodations. In Atlanta, Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000. Henyard has refused to explain the specific purpose of the trips or why they travel in such style, but she appeared to refer to our reporting at Monday's Dalton meeting.
But everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people? Showing them that they matter to us? We going through the fires for y'all.
Henyard calls her critics grandstanders who should get in line.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Dalton's difficult.
Yeah, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sitting up here having a rant because I'm immature and dumb and I don't know how to handle myself. And I'm taking these taxpayers' money and spending it like it's mine. And then when I get questioned about it, I'm going on a rant. My wig is very silky, and I spent taxpayers' money to buy that. Yo, black.
Difficulties got worse in recent weeks with water main breaks Henyard blames on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week, leaving nerves frayed and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
It's unfortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
We're not saying
$1 million out of your budget has been cut because your forehead is shiny as hell. And you a snake. But let's see. Let's get a little replay on that.
Fortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
we're not saying the police is not doing a good job. What we're saying is you're assigning all of them to be with you when they should be out here protecting the residents so we can all feel safe.
Residents are taking notice. Some spoke for and others against the mayor.
Well, you know, we got the mayor here, meeting with the president of the United States. Everyone's seen the picture. That's a big deal. That is great promotion for this city, for this town.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
civil, do things right. Think of the residents. You are here to represent the residents and not yourself.
Henyard and her publicity team no longer respond to our emails seeking an explanation of her spending. As we've reported, she is also the face of a cancer charity that bears her name, one that has failed to file required financial disclosures. The Illinois Attorney General has given the foundation until the middle of this month to show how it spends its money or face legal action.
So I just wonder, and I might explore it further. It seems like every single politician, much like stars in Hollywood, they all have something on them. They all have some dirt on them. which means to a certain point they can be controlled by some certain entity. I often wonder, I might want to explore it, is that can I get into office and just do what's right? They go into politics and they end up getting rich and enriching themselves. I don't care about that. I don't give two shits about getting rich. I want a fair salary for whatever the position is. That would be great. A little raise here and there. I'm good. To get rich, wealthy off being a politician, you gotta do some bad things that only benefit you. So, I would often wonder, what happens to someone that gets into a political office that might genuinely just want to do what makes sense? Not even, you know what? Not even want to do right. Just want to do what makes sense. And in my lifetime, I've seen that politician. His name is Donald Trump. With his MAGA, Make America Great Again. If America is great, everybody in America is doing pretty damn good. And the one term that he has served up to this point has shown that. And of course, you got a lot of people say, let's do things for this specific group or that specific group or this, that, the other. Well, all that stuff is skewed because of the Democrats. All that stuff is skewed. My contention is, if you do things right by everyone, we got a pretty good thing going on in this country called America, which is the youngest country on the planet. But somehow we figured out a way to make things work by most people. Of course, you're going to have some things fall through the crack. Everybody's not going to get the outcomes and this, that, and the other. Okay. 330 plus million people, shit's gonna happen. But for the most part, things tend to work out right.